Hello BookTube, it's Ben here from the History Fella channel. Today I'm going to do a tag. I saw this on Bill Rutenberg's BookTube channel, so I'll leave a link below this video to his so you can go and have a look at his as well. But it's called the My Favourite Things tag, and it's like, well, my favourite things, but there's like 2 or 3 answers to most of the questions, so I've got them all written down here. So let's give it a go. Question 1. Who's your favourite musician slash band? I'm going to say in the 80s when I was a teenager, I liked Def Leppard and all kind of like rock bands of the 80s and things like Europe and Bon Jovi and that sort of thing, and then my music kind of progressed, but kind of not far. But so yeah, I like Green Day now. I love most of their albums, and then other than that, I like 70s, 80s music. I think that was probably what kind of the best era, or certainly in my lifetime. Number 2. What are your top 3 favourite films? And I'm going to say I have a problem with films because I'm one of these. I'll watch a film and I'll think, well, that's not historically accurate, is it? And then I'm kind of turned off the film then. So I'm a bit this way, that way with films as to whether I enjoy them. But I enjoy The Great Escape. Not the best film in the world, but as it's usually on every year at Christmas, so usually tend to take a couple of hours out in the afternoon to watch that. The Dam Busters. I really enjoy that. And then the rest are kind of like westerns. I like the 3. I think it's the 320 to Yuma. That one was with Russell Crowe in. And the last, the last Magnificent 7 film. I think it was Denzel Washington was the lead, and the one with Chris Pratt in. I think he was in it too. And other than that, it's I'm kind of a westerns fan, really. I used to like watching all the John Wayne films and the Clint Eastwoods and the spaghetti westerns, and so they're my sort of favourite films. Number 3. What's your favourite scent? I'm going to say I prefer like the fruity ones, like strawberries, peach and mango, that sort of thing. At the moment it tends to be Christmas smells in the house, so I don't mind some of them, but I do prefer the ones with fruit in. If I can get a fruity smell, or one of those candles you can get and light up, I do prefer them rather than the food-based ones. And other than that, it's like favourite smells. I'm going to say the smell of freshly cut grass, or I like camping. So when you camped out in the middle of nowhere in a field, and the nice early morning smell of the dew and the grass and the field and all the trees, and I think that's really excellent. Number 4. What is your favourite Disney film? I suppose I've seen a few of them, but again, I'm not that great. I'm not that keen on films. I suppose Disney now owns the Marvel films, don't they? And I quite like some of the Marvel superhero ones. What is your favourite season? I'm going to say two. I'm going to say spring and autumn. Mainly because I like summer, but it's too hot usually, and winter's far too cold and miserable. So spring because you're obviously heading into a new year and you've got the new growth in the trees and the plants and the flowers, and love seeing all the freshly cut lawns. And then in autumn it kind of cools down a bit from summer and you get all the nice colours in the trees, and I really like spring and autumn. Number 6. What's your favourite seasonal drink? I don't really, because I don't drink alcohol because I'm a non-alcoholic person. So people don't tend to cater for non-alcoholics in the drinks industry. I enjoy a good cider at Christmas when we lunch, but other than that I don't really drink anything else or have a seasonal drink. Number 7. Do you have a favourite shirt or article of clothing? Favourite type of clothing? I suppose any t-shirt really. A nice long comfy one, and I've got one of those cowboy style hats that I wear most of the time when outdoors in the summer. Number 8. What's your favourite author? Well, I've answered this a number of times on these things, so I'm going to give a shout out to some of my favourite lesser known authors. Stephen Wynn, that's Wynn, Stephen Wynn. He writes all kinds of books on military history, especially World War One and Two. He's really good. Craig Armstrong, he's a professor up in, I think it's either Newcastle or Glasgow. He writes great books too. And Tim Heath, who I can't recommend highly enough. He's a really good writer as well. Number 9. Do you have a favourite spot for reading or writing? I usually like to read when I go to bed because then I'm all comfy then and relaxed. The only problem then is trying to read enough before falling asleep. What's your favourite food or dessert? I personally believe you can't beat a nice pepperoni pizza with a stuffed crust cheese. That's my favourite pizza. And I can also cook a mean roast dinner with all the trimmings, the Yorkshires, the veg, the gravy, the pigs in blankets, the roast potatoes. You name it, I can cook it and do a really good one. Especially roast chicken, or I don't do much lamb, but certainly a roast beef always heavenly. What's your favourite time of the day? Number 11. Between 12 a.m. and 6 in the morning. Those 6 hours where it's all nice and quiet and peaceful and relaxed. There's no phone calls, there's no people knocking at the door. I can just relax and get on with what you fancy doing. Because I often find I'll go to bed at night and then be all uncomfortable and have insomnia and can't really get to sleep and get uncomfortable, and then I find I just get up, do me work on the computer, and it's just nice and quiet and relaxed. The only trouble is then if you've got something on that day coming up, you then begin to regret. You get to 6 a.m. and you regret having any sleep at all. So you've then got to get through the day. What Number 12, what's your favourite colour? Red. Appropriately, I've got a red top on today. But yes, as a United supporter, red is my colour. Number 13, who's your top 3 favourite YouTube channels? Right, I'm going for, let's see what it's called properly, Afterworks Reactions, which is a channel where the fellow who runs the channel reacts to comedy programs and that sort of thing, so I enjoy that. There's one called Chronicle Medieval Documentaries. I've just recently found this and found a load of videos by Timeline, they're called, and they do hour-long documentaries, and this particular channel specialises in medieval history, so I've been learning all about the medieval kings and queens. That's excellent. Some of the best documentary work I've seen on TV, and I would highly recommend that. And then there's another one called World War II, just World War II, and they've got loads of videos and information on there. Next up, number 14. Right, I've had to write this one down. What's your favourite musical or play? I watched Jesus Christ Superstar, I think it was this time last year, and thought it was fantastic. I really enjoyed it. It had someone famous in it, but I can't remember who now. Actually, I think it was one of the Spice Girls was in it. But I really enjoyed that. Hairspray, I really like that. Everybody's talking about Jamie. I saw that about 4 or 5 months ago with my wife, and we thoroughly enjoyed that. And of course, you can't beat Les Mis. I really enjoy Les Mis, and the songs they threw out that are just brilliant. Number 15, what's your favourite place you've visited? When we first came to Wales, we visited a place that they call Red Kite Valley. And red kites are like, I can't think of the word now. They're a type of bird, but obviously one of these big ones like a falcon or an osprey. They're around that size. But they were in danger of being killed off because everyone was hunting them, or they were being poisoned or trapped and things like that. So they had the Welsh government had a big campaign to reintroduce more of them around Wales and into the wild. And at this Red Kite Valley, there's loads of them. I'm talking about a good 80, 90, maybe even far more than that. But you go in there and you're at the top of this valley, and you can see like 5 or 6 miles in front of you, and the valley's shaped, and the wind, when it comes up to you, you feel the wind blow up the valley. But then up above you, the red kites like to fly and catch on the breeze, and it's just a brilliant sight and a really good view as well. And it's just one of my favourite places in West Wales, so I would happily recommend Red Kite Valley, especially in the spring or the summer. It might not be so good in the winter, but certainly spring and summertime is a really good place to visit, and well worth it if you like birds or scenery. And finally, the last one, number 16, who would you tag? I'm going to tag Erica at the Passage of Time channel. I'm going to tag her for this tag video, see if she'll have a go. And also, if you haven't visited Erica's channel, Passage of Time, please go ahead and go and visit and give her some support and subscribe to her as well. Anyway, other than that, that's that tag over with. Please feel free if you want to have a try and do this tag. If you tag me in as well, I'll certainly come along and watch it. But other than that, I hope you're all having a great time. You're all looking forward to Christmas. And I shall see you very soon with some more videos. So thank you very much for watching, and thank you.